Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Sleep. Time to wrap up the New Year's event and start off a brand new week. So let's check out last night's sleep research and see how things turned out for me. Felt like where last night was a very sedentary, not moving sleep. Last night felt like a lot of tossing and turning. Still a full 100 sleep score, but yeah, that 12% more dosing definitely felt like it. But still, slumbering wins out. Guess I've just been without it for a very long time, so those percentages just went out. Thankfully for this sleep research, it doesn't matter with pseudo-balanced, but going into this week, I need to be mindful. It's been 3 weeks since that's mattered, so I gotta get back in the swing of things. Ending the week with 151 million drowsy power. Got a full set of spawns with a couple of 2 stars and a top belly. So let's see who's at camp today. Alright. Quagsire top belly. Coco hanging out down below. I usually go to my right. Let's go to the left. We got Mareep. Oh, Slowbro. We got Quaxley and Bayleaf. Alright, so I got a couple of Paldean starters here. Mimikyu. Aww. And Quagsire. Alright. 45 dream coins out of that group. No new sleep styles, which, that's a shame. Would certainly like to see some that I might not see for a little bit. Oh, but Mimikyu's hungry. Okay. That changes things for me just a little bit. And I still have only a couple more hours to decide if I want to get any bundles. 15 more diamonds certainly helps. Alright, so. And Mimikyu looks like it is in prime hungry biscuit territory. So, not going to question that. Perfect. Now, let's see. Fuecoco. Oh, and Quaxley is 1 biscuit away. Wonderful. That was the other one that I was concerned about not getting, because I couldn't remember where I left it off. Quagsire is still one I am working to get recruited at least once, but I will wait until they're hungry again, because that's just a lot of biscuits. But I will at least start making some progress on next Fuecoco. Psych. It's actually a critical capture, and I'm just gonna take it out. Thanks, game. I appreciate that. Sometimes it's those little things that make a big difference. Well, that covers what I wanted to capture, so I can just wrap up on snack time there. Now I hope that critical capture didn't take all of my luck, because I'm going to need these skill checks to come in super clutch. I'm going to send out the Mimikyu candy, just because it's the most uncommon out of the ones that I see, so I'm sure my friends and fellow researchers will appreciate that. And hoo-wee! Well, we got, like, nearly 30,000 dream shards. That's very nice. Good to help restock the coffers after they've been depleted, making big level up moves as well as the Candy Creme-O-Matic. The saddest, lonely nature Mimikyu. Poor thing. This is a skill specialist. So apple and coffee, it's a great combination. It's as much of an equal mix as you can get from a skill specialist, so those are just nice things to have. So basically we're going to be looking for skill level up and helping speed. Inventory up, skill trigger, inventory up, helping bonus, and helping speed. Ooh. And speed of help up. That's not terrible. I could subskill seed that ingredient, that skill trigger S to skill trigger M. It doesn't have anything else helping specifically with its skill trigger rate, but the inventory is nice, the helping bonus is nice, the helping speed is nice. This may, even somewhere in like the 80s, this is still usable, especially if you're trying to really make use of getting that favored berry. All right, not bad. The next two are entirely cared on their ingredient loadout. So Bashful Quaxley, we're looking for soybean leek. Well, I think the soybean leek is already squared away. Let's see what we got. Soybean leek soybean. Alright, so not either of the combinations I need. Let's look at the sub-skills. We got Research EXP bonus, Ingredient Finder, Skill Trigger, Sleep XP bonus, Helping Speed, with a no nature effect. So, thankfully, nothing there making a good case for itself. And Fue Coco, I'm looking for all them apples. Oops, all apples. Mild-mannered. No. Apple, sausage, apple. Alright, let's take a look at our sub-skills. Dream Shard bonus, Ingredient Finder, Inventory up, Skill Trigger, Helping Speed. With Ingredient Finding up. So of course, I mean, it has pretty much a good spread of everything that's needed. The Dream Shard bonus and the Skill Trigger are kind of unnecessary, but it's just getting just a little bit of sausage in there that, thankfully, I mean, it is apple in the third slot, but it's not what I need. I need just pure apple. I'll still check the stats though, and I'll report back. I've been piling a few of those up, so I think at some point this week I am going to get some IV checks in. All missions completed from New Year's, as well as last week's missions, so nothing to collect there. Continue to stockpile some sleep points for the end of the month. Good sleep day starts tonight. So for this evening, drowsy powers multiplied by 1.5. And Pokemon EXP is multiplied by 2, so if you do have a team you're starting today and have any of that EXP incense, this is a good time to use it. I mean, if you only have the one, wait for tomorrow night, but you still got some good options. Ending the week, did manage to get to Master 16 again with 1,621,222 final strength. And it's time to pick a new research site. Feels like forever since I have gone anywhere else or had a choice in where I was going. And because I've got the experience cap for the area bonus, that's just going to get thrown on evenly across the remaining sites that I don't have maxed out. Take care, Snorlax. Thank you for a great week of snoozy studies. Okay. So yeah, gains from berries, because I did have to swap out. It wasn't as productive berry-wise as last week, but still a grade of S, so 6 more handy candies into the inventory. And aside from Good Sleep Day, there is no event going on this week, so this is a full, just chill week. So green grass is full up on its area bonus. And everywhere else could use a little bit of TLC. Cyan Beach has got a couple of weeks worth of research in there. So does Taupe Hollow. Snowdrop Tundra can use some love. And I'm just about at the same point for Lapis Lakeside. And because of our 2 weeks, Old Gold Power Plant has actually started to get a little bit of bonus as well. So that'll be helpful once I start there. At this point, or I should say at least in the next week or two, there is a lot of opportunity for there's something I'm looking for in each area. Like I said, a week or so back before this event started, I kind of took a look, because the second week we had the choice of, kind of helping to cater where our spawns were. And there's not something absolutely super specific that I was looking for that I couldn't find through the event. So I have my little cheat sheet of stuff that I'm looking for, so it can kind of help guide in these coming weeks where I'd like to go conduct research to try to help find those specific Pokemon. Since Cyan Beach, Taupe Hollow, and Snowdrop Tundra are all relatively pretty close in their area bonus, any one of them are good options, because it seems like there is at least a little bit of something in every one of these areas. So for like Cyan Beach, a lot of the water types that I'm looking for, so that includes Wooper, that includes Aeron, Squirtle, can be found there. Taupe Hollow, I've got a lot of the other rock types, so that can be Fuecoco from the fire types, Krogunk is the poison types, Larvitar, and Golem. There's still a lot to be found there. Snowdrop Tundra, not as much there. There's probably a couple of ice types, maybe like Sneasel, that would be good to hunt out there. And then from Lapis Lakeside, really still looking for a strong Dratini. And then from Old Gold Power Plant, everything. So that's Aeron, another Grubbin with the mushroom loadout. So coffee, mushroom. So there's a little bit of everything. And the first thing that I'd like to do before I kind of jump to another one of these areas is to get Lapis Lakeside at least more even keel with the rest of them, so that way they're all kind of building at somewhat equal rates. Because there is going to come a point, and it's only like another, I think we're talking about by summertime this year, if there are no other increases, I will have capped out everywhere else, and it will be only Old Gold Power Plant that I can visit. But what I'd like to do for this week, so I want to head to Lapis Lakeside and get that area bonus closer to 60, like the rest of them. And then, provided we don't have any events coming up in the next couple of weeks, I want to do something a little fun and interesting. I haven't had an opportunity to use this before where I had something interactive to work with, but what I'd like to do is throw up a poll, and I'll do that once we get to closer to the end of the week and give folks a couple of days to chime in and have your voice heard, to help decide where I go for the following week, and let you all decide. Does that sound like fun? Does that sound interesting? I think it does. But with that, at least for this week, gonna head to Lapis Lakeside and still hunt out that fiery herb Dratini. And it's salads for this week, so no coffee on the menu as much. Alright, and an ingredients ticket. So first things first, want to grab our ingredients from everybody before I swap the team. This will also help to replenish my ingredient bag, because I did cook lunch and dinner yesterday, so there was quite a lot of ingredient usage. So I'm pretty proud of the team for mostly keeping the ingredients still pretty well stocked. Alright, so now that I have collected from everybody, I can get the Lapis Lakeside team edited back. Actually, first things first, I'm gonna remember what kind of dish that I want to make this week. So usually that would be a Calm Mind fruit salad. That's my fully leveled dish. So that's the one that I can reasonably make meal to meal, provided that I can get enough apples. That's why having that Flake Cocoa is super important for me. Because alternatively, there aren't too many other dishes that I've got set up to be as strong. I mean, I can certainly work on some of the back-end dishes that, like, actually is, you know, worthwhile. Because the only other thing that's even remotely close is the green grass salad. I don't have the oil production to make that. I've got everything else fine. Potatoes, corn, tomatoes, all of those I can produce just fine. It's strictly oil that's the problem. Ninja salad is the same thing, but leaks. Slowpoke tail pepper salad, I don't have a solid... There's nothing really that's going to be able to pull in 10 slowpoke tails consistently enough to continue making that. That would be fun, though. Cross chop salad. I don't have as good of sausage production. I can get everything else, because I even have Delibird, but 20 eggs is also stretching it for every single meal. So, I'm going to shoot for the Calm Mind fruit salad. It's not going to be making any progress, but it'll at least be simple enough to set up. And I have something that can at least work towards making that. So we're going to get Primeape on there for our berry collection. We'll leave Venusaur on there for honey. Will not need Vikavolt at all. Not you. You. And then for apples, I think it's still going to be Pinsir. But let's take a look. I mean, this is also... Dennis does pull in a couple of them. Just making... Well, extra tasty would help a little bit from when the times that I can make it, but don't think it's going to be pulling in nearly as many apples as I need it to. That Raichu is just going to be pulling in berries. Absol gets some. But it's in the same boat Pinsir is, where its second ingredient will certainly help. That one's at 37 minutes and 25. This one's 36 carry limit at 48. So I think Pinsir's just going to outpace. I just would need to keep a closer check on the game than I normally would. Just because that inventory could get filled much faster. Otherwise, believe it was you. I could invest a little bit in this Fuecoco to get it to 30 and evolve it to get a little bit more carry limit, but even then, at an hour 6, it's still got quite a distance to make up. That's a lot of investment to try to make that up on the spot. Me too. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. I don't think... Yeah, my really good Crocolore is also in that. We'll pull in a lot of apples once it gets to 60, but it's going to be a little bit of time before I get that far. Shiny will be good at getting in some sausage. And the other two are in the same boat. Yeah, this one does have the 3. It's just less than stellar. So again, would also be just a large commitment of resources for not as much of a payoff. And there isn't anything I can even sub-skill on this to make it even try to make it better. So I think the solution for right now, at least until I can try to get a better apple gatherer, or I should say a better Fuecoco, is going to be fielding Pinsir, because it'll still continue to get us honey, and continue to use Gardevoir, even though it does have ingredient down, so it won't pull in as many, but it will at least pull on some. And that's also not to forget that also Sleep Hat Pikachu is going to pull in some as well. So there is some opportunity for the special 6th helper to tag in. Okay. It at least feels good for now. We'll see how things go and, of course, correct accordingly. This week's Master 3 reward is another Waltz Incense, which is much needed. Happy to continue trying to reroll, finding more of those. And we've got another candy task. So I will wait until later on in the week just to get a little bit more Dream Shards in the coffers before I try for that. We'll see if the Biscuit and Befriend happens this week. I'm going to probably be a little bit more selective just to hold on to what biscuits that I've got before making any resource commitments. As you can see, the event exchange is still available, but I did check community before I went to bed just to see if there was anything else, so I was able to get that last handy candy. So I do still have a little bit left over. We have no news, no medals, so that'll also mean a lower research for this morning from the community, because I already checked. Thank you, Arturo, for the ingredients ticket. And because we're no longer in the event, no extra dream points. I just had to double check. So with the 47 I have remaining, I can pick up 3 more ingredients tickets. I have 2 coins left and nowhere to spend it. That's fine, though. All of it is helpful. So thankfully I do have enough to start. And it looks like I do have at least enough apples to get me just through lunch. And everything else is pretty well where it needs to be, at least as far as cooking is concerned. Low on a couple of ingredients, but I haven't really been having to make any of them. And I'll worry more about making the coffee dressed salad once we get to Saturday, to just field the team and collect those ingredients, if I don't get them naturally through Venusaur's ingredient magnet. There's still plenty of time for those triggers to help out. And because that's already max rank, no more XP to go there. Alright, and that gets us to basic 4. Not as explosive as a green grass isle start, but I'll take it. And everyone's nice and refreshed, so this should go relatively easy. Alright. Something else I should check, just because that is a good thing to do at the beginning of the week. And I should try to get in the habit of doing it more. Is checking for good sleep ribbons. Good night ribbons. So there's Venusaur gets its 1,000 hour ribbon. So now it has an additional 6 carry limit. So that's wonderful. That will be very helpful for continuing to gather some more honey. Pokeball's getting up there, so that should be relatively soon. Where are you at, Pinsir? Oh, wonderful. So that should be getting another... That should also get a rank up tomorrow. We'll have to follow back up. So as long as I get 9 hours of sleep, that should be fine. Cool. So that'll also be helpful. Because right now it's just a carry limit 1, so that 500 hours should help to make a little bit more room. Alright, and there I think we've reached the... So at least 1 rank up this week, that's good. Alright. With that, that is what I have for this morning. Boy, have I run long. So, I'll keep it short from that point. Feel free to let me know how your New Year's event went down in the comments below. And keep an eye out for later this week for that poll to help decide where I go next week. I'll be back tomorrow morning with some more sleep research. But until then, sleep well.